Hello and welcome back to Off-Road Endeavor. It is August 7th, 2026. I'm Eli. Today is the day that I've selected a company to go and contract with for my steel building in the back. I don't know if you can see, but we actually got some red lines out there in the backyard to show the outline of it. Jeep will obviously get moved, probably get moved inside of the project. But where I'm at right now is just trying to get this next step of the process done. That first step of getting the bids, doing some revisions going out. We had 9 companies altogether that I submitted specific bid proposals to with specifications. And of those 9, let me kind of tell you what happened. We had one immediately respond right away with an email, bid, everything done, answered all the questions that I had. I had another one a couple of days later reach out. I've had a few say that they're working on it, and out of the 9 I only ended up with 4 actual bids, and one had said that they were going to get me a bid on Tuesday. The deadline was Thursday, and I left a message and I've still never gotten anything back. So just a lack of follow through there. Of the 9, there was also one that completely declined. They responded, but declined to work with me. And then 2 others completely just didn't respond either. One was an email saying that well, I guess they did respond. They said that they couldn't do the door height that I wanted without raising the wall. I said the wall height was in the specs and I'm going to trim the doors down, but then never got a response back from them after that. So of the 4, there was 2 that were kind of competing against each other. The one that responded immediately back, and they had great customer service, had some recommendations from some prior contractors on what they would do or wouldn't do with my design, things that were good, no good. And then the other one was 16 years in the industry. He's had his own business. He does tube for carports because he saw that the customers had a need there that his cold form steel or red buildings weren't providing a solution for, and that there was an area that he could fulfill the need for that. But he's had a lot of experience, hands-on. He's got YouTube videos that show how to do some tips and tricks on making a higher craftsman quality build out, even just on some of the corners and stuff, just doing the way that the trim is cut or folded. So I really like that approach that he was looking out for the owner builder. And the other one, the price wasn't bad. It was fairly competitive to the other 2, still just a little bit higher. But the thing that had me question and concern is every single time we talked on the phone, he had mismatched numbers for what my bid specs were. So once we were talking about a 12-foot door, he was saying that it was spec'd at 11. I said, no, read the specs that I gave you. It was 11. He's like, well, okay, whatever. And just kind of dismissing the errors that he was having in his conversations with me. Never had any experience, spent almost 20 years in the industry, never had even been on a building site or had any experience, didn't even know answers to a lot of the questions. So that was a little bit concerning. Yeah, the price might come in good and the manufacturer might be able to provide engineering plans and provide a steel building, but just that initial relationship with the company, I just wasn't feeling comfortable with that. So I think that's really kind of all the whole process that I was going through, some of the issues that kind of rose up in the process of having to reach back out or follow up or not having good answers for some of the things. But there were 2 that were pretty neck and neck, like I said, and based on NorCal steel buildings, Jake's experience in the industry, owning and building, I just felt more comfortable with that. Some of the recommendations that he was giving, it was clear it wasn't just a straight sales pitch, just get me to sign and give him money. There was things that he was saying that would take some of the cost off of the overall building price that would benefit me, and certainly would take out of his bottom line, so he could have just foregone that, but gave some recommendations a way that I can stretch my dollar. And I will need that because this ground right here is clay soil, and in the summer it shrinks and cracks. And so these holes in the backyard, I got a bunch of them. We stuck a tape measure down. My foundation guy did, and we have 18-inch depth just to the bottom of the crack. So we've got to take out 24 inches of soil to be able to bring in new soil, compact, and then put the slab on top of that so we don't have massive cracking. So I'll definitely need some extra costs there. But that's what it is. So we're, 10 days into the process of providing a bid, requesting responses back, and made my selection based on that. So NorCal Steel Buildings, thank you for your cooperation in providing the information and going into contract with you. I'm excited to see where this goes. So follow on the next step, we're going to work on getting the engineering plans, the permits, and then breaking ground with my foundation guy. So follow along for more. If you have any tips, tricks, or questions that you want to ask, and put them in the comments below, we'll get to them as we can. Thanks.